In the cold darkness of space, Commander Alex Mercer found himself hurtling towards the desolate surface of the moon. The once promising lunar mission had turned into a nightmare as the control systems of his spacecraft malfunctioned during the descent. Panic surged through his veins as he desperately tried to regain control, but it was too late. With a bone-rattling crash, the spacecraft landed on the moon's surface, sending shockwaves through the barren landscape. Mercer, disoriented and battered, slowly unbuckled himself from his seat. The eerie silence that followed the impact was only broken by the faint hum of life support systems and the distant ringing in Mercer's ears. As he staggered out onto the lunar surface, Mercer's heart sank. The damage to the spacecraft was severe, rendering it irreparable. His communication equipment was also fried, leaving him utterly isolated. The vast expanse of gray, lifeless terrain stretched out before him, and the realization that he was the only human on the moon sent shivers down his spine. For hours, Mercer wandered the lunar surface, desperately searching for signs of life or a way to communicate with Earth. As he explored the desolate landscape, strange anomalies caught his attention, bizarre markings etched into the moon dust, peculiar rock formations that seemed out of place, and an odd luminescence emanating from the craters. Exhausted and disheartened, Mercer stumbled upon a vast crater, the bottom obscured by an otherworldly mist. As he peered into the depths, a chilling sensation crept over him. Unbeknownst to Mercer, he was being watched. Strange, shadowy figures moved in the mist below, their elongated limbs and alien forms barely discernible. Fear gripped Mercer as he backed away from the crater, his breath catching in his throat. The creatures emerged from the mist, their eyes glowing in unearthly shade. They moved silently, gliding across the lunar surface towards him. Panic set in as Mercer realized he was not alone on the moon. In a desperate attempt to escape, Mercer sprinted across the uneven terrain, the low gravity of the moon making his movements appear surreal. The creatures pursued him with an unsettling determination, their eerie forms casting long shadows on the gray surface. As Mercer fled, he stumbled upon a mysterious structure, a colossal, ancient-looking edifice protruding from the lunar soil. Desperation and curiosity overcame him as he entered the structure, hoping to find refuge or answers within its enigmatic confines. Inside, Mercer discovered an otherworldly chamber adorned with hieroglyphics that seemed to tell a tale of the moon's ancient inhabitants. The creatures, it appeared, were the guardians of the moon, existing long before humans ever set foot on their celestial home. As he delved deeper into the chamber, Mercer uncovered a haunting truth. The creatures were once a highly advanced civilization that had thrived on the moon. However, a cataclysmic event had forced them into a state of suspended animation, awaiting the return of the lunar inhabitants. The awakening of Mercer triggered a resurgence of the ancient beings. They regarded him with a mixture of curiosity and hostility, their intentions unclear. Mercer, now torn between the survival instincts of a stranded astronaut and the moral dilemma of awakening an ancient civilization, faced a choice that would shape the fate of both worlds. The moon, once thought to be a lifeless rock, now teemed with ancient life forms and mysteries that defied human understanding. Mercer's struggle for survival evolved into a battle for coexistence, as he navigated the intricate web of the moon's history and the creatures that called it home. The lunar landscape, once a symbol of desolation, became a surreal battleground where the threads of humanity and extraterrestrial life intertwined in a dance of fear and discovery. Days turned into weeks as Mercer attempted to communicate with the ancient lunar inhabitants. Gradually, he deciphered their language, a melodic series of vibrations that resonated within the chamber walls. With cautious optimism, Mercer shared his story and the dire situation he faced, pleading for their guidance. The creatures, who identified themselves as the elderly, listened intently. Their luminous eyes flickered with a complex array of emotions, revealing a depth of understanding that surpassed human comprehension. Mercer learned that the elderly had once thrived on the moon, cultivating an advanced society that revered the lunar landscape as sacred. The cataclysmic event that had forced the elderly into dormancy was a cosmic anomaly that disrupted the balance of their world. Now awakened, they were torn between the desire to reclaim their ancient glory and the recognition of humanity's right to explore the cosmos. Mercer became an unlikely ambassador, bridging the gap between two worlds. He shared Earth's struggles and triumphs, the beauty and chaos of human existence. In return, the elderly shared their profound knowledge of the cosmos, unveiling the secrets of the moon and the universe beyond. As the bond between Mercer and the elderly deepened, a newfound harmony began to emerge. The astronaut, once stranded and terrified, found solace in the companionship of these ancient beings. Together, they embarked on a journey to repair Mercer's spacecraft and establish a means of communication with Earth. The process was arduous, requiring Mercer to adapt to the Eldari's advanced technology and mystical understanding of the universe. Meanwhile, the Eldari observed humanity's struggles and triumphs through Mercer's memories, gaining a unique perspective on the resilience of the human spirit. However, not all Eldari were convinced of the wisdom in coexisting with humans. A faction within their ranks saw humanity as a threat, fearing the potential consequences of their presence on the moon. Tensions escalated within the Lunar Society, and Mercer found himself entangled in a delicate political balance that threatened to tip into chaos. The astronaut's loyalties were tested as he navigated the intricate dynamics of the Eldari. He became a mediator, attempting to find common ground between those who welcomed humanity and those who perceived it as a potential danger. Mercer's role as a bridge between worlds became both a burden and an opportunity to shape the destiny of the moon and its ancient inhabitants. As the struggle for acceptance unfolded, Mercer uncovered the Eldari's plans to share their wisdom with Earth, offering humanity a chance to evolve and coexist with the cosmic forces that govern the universe. The Eldari believed that through mutual understanding and collaboration, the two species could forge a new era of enlightenment. The fate of the moon hung in the balance, and Mercer stood at the crossroads of history. As he prepared to relay the Eldari's message to Earth, the weight of his responsibility pressed upon him. The success of this delicate alliance rested on the ability of humanity to embrace the unknown, to look beyond the confines of their terrestrial existence, and to acknowledge the ancient forces that had silently watched over them from the moon for eons. Mercer, with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, activated the communication array within the Eldari chamber. A signal, carrying the collective knowledge and intentions of the lunar inhabitants, beamed towards Earth. The world watched in awe as the transmission unfolded, revealing the story of the moon's ancient guardians and their desire for cooperation. The response from Earth was swift and varied. Some embraced the opportunity for enlightenment and collaboration, while others feared the unknown and clamored for isolation. Governments convened, debates raged, and the fate of the moon and its potential alliance with Earth hung in the balance. As the Eldari watched humanity grapple with the revelation, internal strife within their ranks intensified. The faction opposed to cooperation became more vocal, warning of the potential dangers of trusting humans. Mercer, torn between his loyalty to both species, found himself entangled in a web of politics and conflicting ideologies. In a last-ditch effort to bridge the divide, Mercer convened a meeting between Earth's representatives and the Eldari leaders. The lunar chamber, bathed in the soft glow of the ancient symbols, served as a neutral ground for negotiations. The discussions were heated, filled with skepticism, fear, and hope. As the deliberations reached a critical juncture, a cataclysmic event unfolded on Earth, a global crisis that threatened the very fabric of human existence. In a moment of shared vulnerability, both species realized the fragility of their existence and the imperative need for collaboration. With newfound urgency, the Eldari offered their assistance. Their ancient knowledge and advanced technology became a beacon of hope for humanity, helping mitigate the crisis and fostering a newfound sense of unity. The moon, once a distant and mysterious neighbor, now became a symbol of cooperation between worlds. Mercer, hailed as a hero and mediator, played a pivotal role in shaping this interstellar alliance. The Eldari, despite their initial reservations, embraced the opportunity to guide humanity towards a future where the cosmic forces of the universe were respected and understood. As the moon became a shared space for exploration and collaboration, Mercer found himself at the forefront of a new era. The Eldari, once dormant and hidden, now walked side by side with humans, sharing their ancient wisdom and fostering a harmonious coexistence between the two species. The story of the only astronaut who survived an unsuccessful landing on the moon evolved into a tale of resilience, cooperation, and the boundless possibilities that awaited those who dared to venture into the unknown. The moon, once a barren and desolate landscape, became a living testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and the profound connections that could be forged between disparate worlds.
Like, subscribe, and click on notifications that will allow you to stay up to date with the news and not miss videos from the channel, where there will be many more horror stories.